What's cracking, Jump Nation family? It's your boy here, Rushy S, aka the Jump Rope Coach. Welcome back to the home of Jump Rope Fitness and Lifestyle people. Today we have another, of course, fire jump rope tutorial for you. Now this one is for my advanced family. I'm going to be teaching you some high power movements which involve changing your footwork, changing your balance, and ultimately I want to get you guys looking smooth and effortless with your skipping ropes. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, that'd be really useful for me, and make sure you go online, click the link, use Rush10 for 10% discount on all my ropes, all my PVC, all my apparel, mats and accessories, to make sure that I gear you guys up to start your cardio and fitness journey the right way. This movement is from the kind of hops family, okay? So you remember when I teach you kind of things like the Mayweather hops, we're shifting, we're jumping on one leg, we're taking off and landing on another. This one is exactly the same, where we're transitioning into this movement, all right? So we're gonna try and go from, let's say, a double under or a double under cross, and then we're just hopping, all right? We're just hopping over the rope, and it involves a lot of strength and conditioning in your quads and your calves, because essentially we're using one leg to spring up and then land on the other, okay? So engaging all the kind of foot muscles, the balls of your feet, ensuring the balance is there and the timing. So I'm gonna teach you how you can go from this kind of movement with just effortless, fluid power and skill, all right? So the first thing we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna learn how to build this combination up. So what I like to do is I like to kind of go into a kind of power movement. So that power movement might be a double under like this, or it could be a double under southpaw, or even a double under cross, all right? Now, both of these moves, or all three of these moves, involved taking off with both feet, and they involved landing on both feet. Now, what you need to learn how to do is, once you now do this one power move, land on both feet, you now need to learn how to spring up and kind of do this high knee motion slightly, right? Where we land and we shift, all right? So we land and then shift. And when you are shifting, the key is to get your legs in the right sort of form and motion, right? Now I want you guys to practice without the rope. So you're just gonna take off with 2 feet, land on both feet, and the key is to make sure always with every single movement that your heels are fully off the ground. With your feet fully off the ground, you're gonna now feel like you're always on the balls of your feet properly. So now we're applying the pressure into the floor, and then we can feel like we're super light and springy. That's the main thing, right? If you let the heels drop and you're too flat-footed, it's so hard to get back off the floor and learn this move. So that's the first bit of the move, right? The second thing you need to learn is, once you do that first double and you land, what then happens, all right? So then what you have to do is you have to learn how to do these side swing opens, or these southpaws, where you go to one side and you open the rope and we hop to the other side. And then you need to then bring the hand across, or the arm across, side swing open or southpaw again, and hop on the other side. So like, it's a lot to take in, but you're basically trying to do 2 moves, so double unders and southpaws, and then also 2 styles of footwork where we switch the whole thing up, where we're taking off, landing with 2 feet, we're going into these hops. So when you do that first piece of the movement, guys, when you've learned what's your dominant foot to take off with, so like I said, for me, it's the left foot. If it's the left foot, you have to feel like both hands come to your left side, because now we're ready to open that rope and we're taking off, all right? Now, like I said, with the takeoff, I'm taking all the feet from this left side and I'm slowly bringing this right foot up, ready to then open the rope and shift the weight. So that's the hard part of this move, is getting those 2 pieces together. But once you understand what's your stronger side and your weaker side, etc., then it's all gonna make sense, because you just need to make sure that they're married up, all right? So now this rope comes on my left side, I'm ready to take off and push with my left foot, and then I'm bringing this right foot up slowly into the hop. Now, what I like to feel, which is a good little tip for you as well, is, I'm gonna try and do this visually. I feel like there's like a little stick on the floor, which is raised about this much off the floor, all right? Quite low. There's like a stick or like a pole that's running down the middle of my feet. And what I'm feeling is I'm just hopping over this elevated pole, all right? Now, if you have that feeling and that kind of feels as well, that's gonna allow you to jump correctly, okay? Because you don't wanna be jumping with super flexed knees like this. That's no good. You just wanna feel like you're just, like I said, shifting your weight, feeling centered, and then you're just sort of jumping over this little piece of rod or stick. I mean, I'm trying to do my best to understand or make you guys understand better, but that's kind of my feels, because what that allows you to do, that stops you from really over hopping too much, because there's no need. We're just jumping over this little stick here, and it also keeps our legs nice and neat and looking nice and kind of slick, all right? That we're just hopping around. And what we need to do is we need to keep the rope moving, right? It's really key. So when it comes to doing these southpaws, we need to time up these southpaws so that we're just hopping at the right time. And we're keeping the body nice and centered. And it looks nice and fluid, right? Because at the end of the day, we're just trying to make sure that we time the hands with the legs. So if you do get this, it'll be very unique. It's a cool style, and it will show that you've got ultimate kind of control over this rope, okay? So we're at a point now where you've understood your dominant side, and now we're gonna really show you how the kind of southpaw jumps really work with this move. So what I like to feel when I'm doing my hops into this southpaw move is I'm feeling really light grip pressure, okay? If I came up to the camera now and told you to pull this rope out of my hand, you could do it like this, all right? My grip pressure is like a 3 out of 10, not even that, 2 out of 10. You can literally just slide it out. If you're holding it too tight and someone couldn't take it out, that's too tight. Too much tension going through the hands. Those southpaws with the sort of one-legged hops will look a little bit jaggedy, all right? They will look a bit awkward. You wanna just feel like the hands flow, all right? You wanna feel like these are paintbrushes in your hands and we're just flowing, all right? You need your hands and wrists to be nice and loose. And then also when it comes to doing these southpaws, you also want to feel like the loops are tight. You don't want to feel like the hands get too wide away from you, because then it's going to start to look like this where we land. Okay, and I've seen that a lot as well, which is normal for beginners, because you're just trying to do the movement. I want you now to feel a little bit tighter, all right? You want to feel like the core is engaged, and with the light grip pressure, you should just try and feel like the wrists are a bit more closer together and the rope passes a little bit more beside you. So when I say beside, like this, okay? Shouldn't feel like this, opening up from out here or out here. There's all sorts you can do. For example, this one's a bit more trickier. You can go double, double cross, double, and then the move. That's really nice. But all in all, just want you guys to practice jumping, hopping. That's what it is. Jumping, landing on 2 feet, and then hopping. The main thing is keep the rope moving, and yeah, you guys will get it, trust me. It takes a bit of time, but as everything when it comes to skipping, it'll never come overnight. It takes a lot of time, a lot of practice, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of whips as well. I've been there, trust me. As always, give this video a big thumbs up and drop me a comment. Let me know what you're struggling with or what you would like to see going forward. I'll get it done for you as always. So guys, till next time, take care of yourself, skip the treadmill, stay safe. Peace.
Was the knight in shining armor in your movie? Put your lips on mine and love the aftertaste now.